Hey guys, it's Megan. So, out running errands the other day, I had a couple of appointments for my eyes. I had to get my eyes dilated, and I had to have a couple of vision test type things done, and the day had to start really early. Like we had to be there at like 7:30. So I don't like getting up that early in the morning. I know a lot of people are like, well, that's normal for me, and for a lot of you it might be, but for me it's not. So on my loving husband Jamie's day off, I still made him get up early, and we were, let's see, we got up and stopped for breakfast, and then went had the appointments, and I don't remember if it was right after the appointment or if it was a little bit later. Excuse me, we had to stop and get gas, and when we stopped to get gas, we were up at this gas station. Well, I was sitting in the truck, and Jamie had, I think, went inside for something or was pumping gas, and I noticed up on the highway in front of us that we were on a busy road. It was I think it's at least a two-lane road going one way and a two-lane road going another, and there's a median in between. So it's at least 4 or 5 lanes across. And it's a busy road. There's both sides going, and there's businesses and stuff up on the way. Well, I noticed this old man that was walking, and I was concerned because I was thinking about, I used to have a great grandfather that I'd hear stories about. He lived across the street from um this little marketplace, this little store. And he used to go to the store, and he'd, be right across the street. He could come home. Well, I believe he had Alzheimer's. I may be incorrect on that, but I know I believe it was Alzheimer's. There was a few times I'd hear that they'd find him up on the highway along the median. He would get lost leaving the store and didn't know how to get home or didn't know where he lived. And the way this old man was walking, I noticed before I pointed him out to Jamie that he had come up and he was watching for the cars and stuff, but he looked a couple times like he was trying to cross the road, and I was worried because I was like, this man's not moving very fast, and if he's trying to cross the road, I was afraid he was going to get hit. Well, he was wearing what looked like either exercising shorts or swim trunks, and he had a colored short sleeve. It looked like a dress shirt. It wasn't tucked in or anything. He had on, I mean, he had glasses on, and he had shoes and socks and everything. But something to me looked off. Like I was thinking maybe he was lost and didn't know where he was. I thought, he was walking kind of slow, and I was watching him, making sure that he didn't get hit. Not that I could have done anything, except for called for help if he had gotten hit, because I'm not familiar. I didn't even know who he was. But we were trying to drive away, to get up out of the parking lot and drive away, and I kept watching, and I thought he would stop at the drive or the entrances and exits to the different businesses, and he would look around. Whether he was just, Jamie said he looked like an old man who was out for a stroll. Whether he was, or whether he was lost or trying to get somewhere or something, got me worried because, I told Jamie, I said, that could have been like my great grandfather. If I would want somebody to say something or to notice if, you see somebody that looks like that. I mean, I don't want to be stereotypical because it's not right, but at the same time, if that was my grandfather and somebody saw him and, just asked a couple questions and realized he was out of place and tried to help him get back where he was, then maybe we'd have less of, worrying about senior citizens going missing or getting lost, because I think they call them, what do they code? It's not a code silver, is it? What? No, it's a silver alert. That's when a senior citizen goes missing, and they put out a bolo and they look for the person, and a lot of times they find them. A lot of times when they're older, it's dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff, they wander away and then they're able to find them. Well, if that was a relative of mine, or if that was a friend of mine, or if that was even me one day, granted I wouldn't be the old man, I'd be an old lady, but even still, I would want somebody to at least look out for me and say, "Hey, look, are you okay?" Or he wasn't looking like he was going to hurt anybody. It wasn't like that. It was just it had me nervous because I was wondering, if he was okay. And then, of course, you get to thinking, like somebody said, if you hear something around that area that somebody got hit, you wonder if it's the same person. So, um, that's kind of scary. And then we saw an accident up by one of the local hospitals. I saw the back end of this red car. I think it was a red car, and it was pretty smashed in. And when you see stuff like that, you don't know if the person's hurt seriously or if everybody came away from it okay. I mean, it just, I don't know. It was like I saw one thing, then I saw the other thing, and it was like one after another. Made me glad that I was safe where I was at. There's always a chance for an accident out there. There's always a chance for something to go wrong. So, it's just nice if you have people that are kind and look out for one another. And I hope the older gentleman was just out taking a stroll and he went back home and he's fine, or wherever he was staying or living, and he wasn't somebody that had gone missing, because if that was the case, I'd feel really sorry for him. So, just be mindful of the people in your life and check on them, and don't, just assume that they're going to be okay. If they don't answer their phone and you suspect something's, you can always do a welfare check on somebody, or, go and visit them. If you can't get to where they're at, then find somebody who can to at least check on them. So, that's all. I'm going to leave you with this one now, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Thanks. Bye.